Last summer, British Muslim Mohammad Farrah won gold at the Olympic Games. He instantly became a national hero. But this example of a tolerant, multicultural Britain doesn't seem to hold when you scratch beneath the surface. Several new surveys have found some startling trends. Over 3/4 of British people think Islam is a threat to Western civilization and incompatible with the British way of life. Muslims are bearing the brunt of that sentiment. Last year, 60% of reported hate crime was against Muslims. Here in the borough of Brent, 60% of residents are from an ethnic minority. Many Muslims live alongside their English counterparts. So what do they think?
Muslims do fit into the life here, except I think that they are distancing themselves.
Well, I'm Muslim and British, so I probably disagree with that.
There's no problem with the Muslims who live, because I live down my road, lots of them, and I am quite friendly with them. But those that give a bad name.
There is a suspicion from both sides.
See the headline on a newspaper that has a political slant and they assume that that's to be correct.
The Islamic Human Rights Commission has also done its own research on Islamophobia and found startling results.
There are two types of incidents that are reported, and I think the one that kind of gets the publicity are the really violent acts, okay? So people being, having their scarves ripped off or being physically attacked. You'll be surprised how frequent these are. When we did survey work, we found 17% of the Muslims that we interviewed had experienced some kind of physical violence. I mean, that's tremendous when you start thinking that we have a community of about 3 million people in the United Kingdom.
The other type, low-level hate incidents, are just as disturbing. From being called names to being discriminated against, it is this kind of crime that is increasing phenomenally as emotions are whipped up into a frenzy and being anti-Muslim becomes socially acceptable.
If we want to really be honest about the main factors that fuel Islamophobia or anti-Muslim hatred, then we have to look at the top level of society. We have to look at the government institutions, politicians, and of course the media, which both feed off of each other. It's really legitimate to make anti-Muslim comments, to scapegoat Muslims, whether it's on an immigration issue or about our so-called values, and demonising us in a way that you really can't with other communities. And this is now rampant.
It is a worrying trend that doesn't seem to be reversing, one that the growing Muslim population in the UK has to deal with every day. Nargis Mouallaghi, Press TV, London.